there, my name is Olivia Santini and I'm a coordinating producer for NBC News. Welcome to NBCU Academy. Today we're going to talk about what a coordinating producer does for NBC News and how we find the best live locations to put our reporters and anchors on the air for broadcast and streaming television. Here are some of the things that you'll want to keep in mind when looking for a good live shot location. You'll want a location relatively close to the action that's on level ground and that provides a large enough area for your production gear setup and room for the team to still move around it comfortably. Your location should have options for protective cover, like under a structured roof or awning, or an area with space to set up a pop-up tent in case of rainy weather or extreme heat and sun. I tend to look for locations with easy vehicle entry and exit options in the event of an emergency. You don't want to get trapped in by other vehicles or be too close to an impending disaster, like a flood, for example, where the water might eventually rise up to your live location. If reporting via satellite truck transmission, you'll want a location where the satellite dish can see the sky to access your assigned satellite space. A good live location includes room for crew vehicle parking and restrooms that are nearby. An ideal live location also includes access to electric power to plug into or room for a generator. A location with power makes it much easier for crews working long days who are relying on their battery power. If you're covering a larger event with lots of noise and chaos, keep in mind when you might want to be up on a higher level, like a balcony or roof level of a parking garage just like this. Scouting and surveying live locations is just one aspect of what my job entails. A coordinating producer works mainly in the field and coordinates on-the-ground logistics, editorial information, and staffing. A coordinating producer works with the technical and production managers to keep the news operation running smoothly in the field. Now let me tell you a little bit about my journey to becoming a coordinating producer here at NBC News. I graduated college with a bachelor's degree in mass communications with a specialty in broadcast news from the University of South Florida. I interned at a local TV station in Tampa my senior year of college, and that's where I got my first taste of producing in the field. I was hired by that news station and spent almost 2 years working there as an assignment desk editor in that Tampa, Florida market. I then accepted a job with NBC News, and I moved to New York City to become a national news assignment editor. Almost 4 years later, I moved to the West Coast and was promoted to a bureau desk editor position in Los Angeles. I got my field producing experience through opportunities from my managers to get out on stories to work with reporters and anchors and production teams. Over time, I was promoted to an associate producer and then a producer for news gathering. As I continued to build on my experience both in and out of the newsroom, I was promoted to the position of coordinating producer at the end of 2015. I attribute my success to being able to work many sides of a story. My assignment desk editorial experience, combined with the field production experience, made me a really good candidate to coordinate our larger news operations. I've coordinated coverage at mass shootings, natural disasters, special events like the Super Bowl, and most recently, the Minneapolis trial of Derek Chauvin, convicted in the murder of George Floyd. So you think you want to be a coordinating producer? This is a field management position, so it's not a job to be applied for if you have relatively little news gathering experience. It especially helps to have some experience in the logistics part of news gathering, and you should enjoy doing that. You're basically traveling the personnel into a story, you're moving the teams while you're at the incident, and you're making sure that everyone is taken care of and accounted for. Experience with editorial news gathering is essential for this job. You have to make quick decisions based on constantly changing information, and you have to be an expert multitasker. If you're someone who's working inside the newsroom and this appeals to you, start thinking about how you can get your field experience. One option might be through shadowing a reporter, producer, or camera crew at the intern or entry-level position, or through asking your manager for opportunities to gain field experience when possible. I hope you learned something today about how we coordinate our coverage here on the ground for NBC News. For NBCU Academy, I'm Olivia Santini. Thanks for watching.